There's nothing wrong with your screen. It's supposed to be a black screen. I'm just here to tell you that the video you're about to watch is the most terrifically terrible thing I've ever done. And in putting it out there, just because I'm so stressed out, I've spent hours on it. And I'm going to record it again right when I'm done recording this intro. But I thought I'd just give you guys this stupid, terrible version. Because I have to. Because I feel like it. And I am sorry. I would say enjoy, but... suffer? Hello. Hello, Actor Sage here on the Sage Show, and on today's no, it's not today anymore, is it? And on this week's update, they went ahead and added something new for you world builders. And first off, I'm going to go ahead and just click the Join World button there and show that there's a Games tab at the top. I'm not sure that was there anymore. The main idea behind this is that you can now go ahead and join into different worlds that are scenarios, basically through the multiplayer scenarios. And to show off the scenarios, we're going to go to the New World Scenarios button, and you can see you have your assortment of scenarios here at the top left. Strangely enough, there's some serious issues that I found here. Very serious, like the fact that there's Space Race scenario that I didn't make, yet I can click the publish button down at the bottom and it'll ask me if I want to overwrite it. No, I don't. You can also see that we have the definition, or not definition, but the description here of that scenario. Also, we might notice that this one is lacking any. Below that, we have our own little ones here that you can actually go ahead and click the edit button down there at the bottom on. Absolutely none of these you can click the remove button on, strangely enough. Not quite sure what that's about. Also, you can click browse workshop, but unfortunately, because I started Fraps before I started Space Engineers, my Steam overlay will not be open, so I'm going to click no, because that would attempt to open a web browser. We don't want that right now. Also, we have a refresh button, so if one of these worlds changes or you care to refresh it because somebody tells you they've changed something, you can go ahead and click refresh and it'll refresh the little list right here on the left. What else do we have for today? Well, we have the open in workshop button at the bottom, which also does not seem to currently work, even though I'm clicking on two worlds that I got from the workshop. These are dev worlds. It doesn't work. We also have our OK and cancel button. Cancel button will, of course, take us back, and OK will start up that world. What do we want to start up? We're going to do this space race world that they just added today, and we're going to set it to a friends. Now, we're going to go ahead and set it to a public world, and we're going to set the number of people all the way up to 16. So, let's see if any random people shall join us. Let's go ahead and also click OK on this, and now let's start up that scenario, right? It just jumps into the scenario, and we're stuck in a ship or it's a space race. What is that? Something new? No, they've changed a bit today. It's not just going to toss us in there. You know what it's going to do? It's going to put up a little old screen in front of us, and that would be why oh dear, world scenario, space race has loaded. Haha. Anyway, this is that screen I was talking about. I'll make it a little bit more sense in a second. So this is the screen I was talking about. I believe the definition is supposed to be up here at the top left. Unfortunately, there is nothing here at all. Nothing. It is just empty. And it makes clicking noises when I do this. What I'm doing is moving my mouse into and out of the field, by the way, because I just remembered you can't see my mouse because Fraps doesn't record that for some reason. Anyway, so that big open area there, I believe is supposed to be description, but no, this is empty for all time. And then moving on to the right, we have the player name. Oh, look, somebody's connected. I can even properly show this off. Happy days. And what that means is that this shows the player list, basically. And my status is server. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to serve you some incompetence. And that basically means that I am the host. Now, what is this thing under there? I could, of course, go ahead and kick that button, but that would be very, very cruel, and I will not do that. What else do we have? We have this timer thing here. Does that mean that if this person loses connection to the server for 10 whole minutes, they will be kicked? Negative. This means that they will have 10 minutes to download this world once I click start, because in that games tab that we were in earlier, if I had gone ahead and selected join any of those worlds, it will not have loaded up the world at all. It will have just popped this screen up right then and there, and I'll have been able to see the description of the world, provided it actually showed up, and see who's there, and decide if I would actually like to go ahead and play on that world. And then, once the host goes ahead and clicks start down there, the perker, he left. Why did he? He didn't like me. Okay. once I click start, he would have 10 minutes to download that world. He would start downloading the mods and the world itself, and then voila, he would be in. If he could not download it in 10 minutes or whatever you have it set to, he will be kicked from the server, I believe, or at least he will join and not be able to spawn is really what it is. It doesn't kick him, it just puts him in permanent limbo at a screen like this connected to the world and unable to actually play. It's pretty cruel, really. But anyway, let's go ahead and twiddle our thumbs for a second. Anybody else going to join? Anybody else can join? No, no. I don't want to load up second stage. I don't want to ask anybody on Steam. No. Any magical lucky people or unlucky people? No. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this up. And there we go. Game will start and blah, blah, blah. Game will start when all players join the world. So basically, this is giving us a countdown. And why is it giving this to us if we're the only ones here now? I don't know. But basically what this means is what I was talking about. The fact that everyone else has 10 minutes to join the world, and if they don't, they'll continue downloading the world and then be joined in but unable to spawn. Oh dear God. There's no one here. If I press F3, I can't even press F3. What have I done now? F3 now? No. Options, display, graphics, audio, controls, game. These are ways to show like players. Haha! There's no one here. Why is this message still showing up if I am the only one here? This message is not supposed to show up if there is. Fuck you. So anyway, back at this screen, you can see that the world we had just loaded has now been copied down here into another one of our worlds. You can of course go ahead and go to your load worlds and load it up there, or clear them out, because now I have 25 million of them there just taking up space. Again though, new scenarios. Let's go ahead and select one of these. Yeah, the race car one. Why not? Actually, let's do the brand new one that I actually showed for a video. Let's go ahead and set it to private this time, shall we? And just load it up. And this time, because we are the only one here and nobody shall ever join, we can click start, and instantly it goes ahead and tries to give us a spawn point, and we can spawn. Now, this world has it set up so you cannot actually spawn at a respawn point other than the ones they have set, I believe. So if I go ahead and commit suicide by hitting the backspace button, it'll spawn, or give us a spawn room. And you notice there's no respawn ships here. There's not even a spawn, it's just a person floating. You're only given this choice. So we can go ahead and hit that button. I believe if we're going to do K on this, nobody owns this. Unfortunately, you cannot assign things to friendly NPCs. The devs really need to get that in there for a lot of these story-driven maps that I'm sure people want to build. That way people can't take ownership of things they're not supposed to, but things won't necessarily be set to enemy. This thing here, by the way, this is their new map. When you are ready, press Start Race! Mount your racing ship, you have 20 seconds! Wait till the race begins! Doesn't actually say go. I'm going to point that out there. Anyway, basically we hit this button, which I should have done before I said that. It starts one of the little timer blocks up there. It counts down 20 seconds, and then it deactivates all these little grounding plates at the bottom right here. And let's hop in is there a black ship? Yeah, let's hop in yellow, shall we? And these ships have strange little monstrosities that have a gravity cube at the front, and very bright lights, actually. And you'll notice that once that timer ticks down, it'll doop, 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 boop, and we will go. And we can actually even floor our engines right now. Keep them floored in any second now. Away we go. Jesus Christ, that is a very, very long time between those. Okay, moving on. These little rings here on this map, because now this is a review of this map, they go ahead and actually pull you forward a little bit. I need my lights on, it's very dark in here. And they'll actually try to push you towards the next area and give you a bit of a speed boost. They can also be very dangerous and throw off your control a bit because it'll push you forward and even make you turn if you're not exactly aiming the right direction as them. As I'll demonstrate here, I'm aiming that way, I've released the controls, and it's redirected me this way. Pretty cool that they've done these waypoints here too with a beacon block set to have a minimal range. Whee! And let's go ahead and fly through here. If you notice that any of the lighting seems to be a little bit different than you are used to, it could be because of the fact that I have changed the little settings that they added today. I believe they said, and let me alt-tab to make sure I got the right name here. I've alt-tabbed mid-flight, yes I know, but I think everything will be fine. Option to disable eye adaptation in graphics option. Ha ha ha! I've gone ahead and disabled that, and it doesn't actually seem to make too much of a difference. So if we go to graphics, right here, I think this is it, tone mapping, there's actually nothing named eye adaptation. I turned that on and off, and it actually doesn't make a lick of difference, actually. I've been testing it, and dark areas still fade in and out of darkness. It's not eye adaptation. Maybe the tone mapping is something else, but I can't seem to find that. I've looked through all the things. Could be my Batman powers making me just not be able to find it, but alas, I cannot seem to find the bloody thing. Anyway, this map, I'm going to continue flying through it and finish it off, and you'll actually notice that if I screw up too badly, I'll float out into space, and I'll get a failure state. What is that you say? A failure state? Oh yes, I forgot scenarios are set up by programmer people who understand programming things and can set up very impressive things. Well, not this one, my friend. This one, even though it was probably built by a programmer person who's very smart at setting programmer things, this one, my friends, could have been set up by even somebody as inept at high technology stuffs as me. Or at least programming stuff is me. Please, no, I do not want to die. There we go, make it through here. And I'll show you how in a second. One little bug I'd like to point out right now is look at the gravity thing. Notice the gravity thing? And the arrows appeared. Look how screwed up that arrow is. It's demonic. Oh, it's fine there. But it's screwed up there. Okay, yeah, you get it. It's pretty bad. There's a terrifying glitch there. And let's go ahead and get to the finish. Whee! To the finish. And yes, we are the champions, my friends. Congratulations, you win this race. And I bumped a cup. So yes, we get a little congratulations, you win this race button, and there's no timer. The map doesn't shut down. You have to actually go ahead and hit escape, hit exit, and exit the map. You could save as you wish, but then you would have even more worlds piling up right here. And let's be honest, there's already too many of these damn things piling up here right here that I just delete one of the ones that I built earlier on my own. I did. Whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a little thing to show you how you set that up without needing super duper programmer skills. So what we've done is new world, custom world. We've turned on scenario editor mode right there. I just remembered that my audio for my voice and the game are both merged together. So this is merging with mine and I can't turn it down in post. Brilliant. That's because this is my 5th time recording, maybe my 6th time recording this video. And Adobe Audition kept stopping recording after 2 to 4 minutes, and I didn't notice 3 times. Something like that. My computer crashed. Anyway, moving on. We also want to make sure you've set the game to creative mode, because if you do not, you're going to be screwed. And go ahead, let's turn on spectator because it's useful. Disable random encounters because you probably don't want those messing up your very set world. And look at this disable respawn ships button. We can go ahead and click that on, and that is what was preventing us from respawning in just a body or one of those random respawn ships. It disables all those and only lets you spawn at spawn points. So let's go ahead and click OK and load up this world now, shall we? And I don't know which world we selected, but it doesn't matter. You can select pretty much any of them. And in a moment here, this world should be loaded up. It's a bit unfortunate that it does take as long as it does take, but hey, what do you know? We're going to sit here and wait for it to load up, and I don't feel like doing much editing on this, so I'm going to continue talking. That way you do not have to deal with the terrifying reality that is silence. Because let's be honest, if you sit in silence for more than 1.5 seconds, you begin to lose your mind even more than you might have already lost your mind. Dear Lord God, this loading is taking forever. What has happened to this world? I thought this game loaded fairly quick. I am playing at 4K, but I do have an SSD, so you think it would load quickly, but dear God, we're still on a loading screen. What the heck is happening? I'm just staring at this spinny thing and hoping to God it'll load at some point. By the way, have you noticed the backgrounds of this game? We really need an update. This is a really good one here, but I mean, the movie backgrounds, sometimes they feel a bit old. They could really do with a nice update to them. Oh, dear Lord God. Oh, thank the maker. Finally loaded up. I was going to lose my mind. Anyway, here we are in a world. And of course, we turned on those settings that we could go ahead and make a scenario. And we can go ahead and press U. U for U-boat. Up. Under. Unheard of. Unbelievable. My throat is hurting. Ugh. And you can now see we have win conditions like when we reach that end error, and loss conditions. So we can go ahead and set up a super secret, super quick race between this spot right here. Oh my God, how annoying is that bug? I say it's a bug. When they redid these worlds, they went ahead and they forgot. I'm sorry, devs, I love you. But they forgot to go ahead. Defaults. Oh, thank God. They forgot to hit defaults before they finished working on these worlds. And basically, when you load up this world, you get blue as your default starter color. If you load up the Lone Survivor world, you get what is that wonderfully terrible color you get? White. That's not really a wonderfully terrible color, is it? Also, I'd like to point out that last time I checked, there was still a bug where if you go ahead and set up your hotbar, so I'm going to set up my hotbar as I like it for efficiency's sake. There, you and you. There we go. So one. Actually, I'll even set up one like this usually. Ah, fantastic. And let's go ahead and save this, shall we? And let's go ahead and exit this world because we built a bit and we're going to take a small break. Okay, it's time to come back. Let's go ahead and save this as blah, blah, blah. Version 2. Ah, cool. Okay, let's load up blah, blah, blah. Version 2. Yeah, let's get back to work on that small mini super stupid race that we were working on, shall we, my friends? And it's loading again. Oh my god, I am cutting ahead this time. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtag gal. Oh, I just... Yep. Yep. Yeah, yep. Has it loaded? Has it finally loaded? It has, and look at the hotbar. This son of a bitch thing has gone ahead and reset my hotbar at the bottom. This is such an infuriating thing. You would not believe. I hate having to set this up every single time I load up a world. It drives me mad. It makes me want to pull my hair out. There, it's set up, and now if we saved and exited, it would stay. In fact, it would have stayed if we saved and exited, even if we had just reloaded our previous world without doing a save as. Of course, if we had saved that world, exited, and then loaded up the same exact world, it would have wiped it as well, but it's so infuriating. Anyway, here we go with our super duper simple race. We've made our race track. Our start point's going to be there. We don't actually set up our start point in GPS, mind you, so it'll just have to be our start point really is wherever this little bugger spawn thing is. So how are we going to get up there from spawn? Well, we'll spawn there, and then we're going to go up a stairwell, shall we? And right here, and then we're going to go ahead and have to head up another little stairwell here. And of course, now this son of a bitch block's getting our way, and then we clear that out, and now we're at their starting point. There we go. So safe and sound, ready to go at the race start, which is now right there, and we'll start there and we're going to end there. Once we get there, what do we want to happen? Well, we want the race to end with a big victory thing, so we're going to go to GPS, new from current position, go ahead and click the copy to clipboard button, exit that, press U for U-boat, click on this and say reach GPS condition. So when condition, what happens? Well, when you reach that, and where do we want it to happen? We want it here. Now, look at this little thing, radius right there. Radius basically means how close you are to that point. So we're going to set it to 4 meters. So once we get in 4 meters of it, you win, you silly bugger! Okay, and now let's go ahead and press escape and exit. Oh, wait a minute. I've just remembered, if you press escape, it clears it. It destroys the work you have just done! So you have to go ahead, reach GPS position, go ahead and set it up. So paste GPS, 4 meters, you have won. There you go, click OK, and then click the refresh button. Down at the button, and instantly, because we're there, it says we've won. Happy days, my friends, hugs all around, we've won. Let's get away from that thing, and there we go, we're more than 4 meters away. Let's go ahead and press the U button again and hit refresh, which actually also goes ahead and resets all of these, not resets them to nothing, that's what escape does, but resets them as in they haven't been triggered yet. So there we go, there we go, all is good in the world. And they're now no longer triggered. So of course, if we run up to that, it says haha, you have won, or you have won, haha. And let's go ahead and refresh that. And now of course we want it so that anybody that tries to run away and not race loses, don't we? So what we're going to go ahead and do is right here in roughly the middle of the raceway, we're going to give it a little bit of extra space. There we go, 22 meters. We're going to go ahead, grab ourselves another GPS coordinate, so new from current position. Grab that one, copy to clipboard, go ahead and press U again, and that's going to be a lost condition. We're going to say leave game area, and we're going to go ahead and set this up with paste GPS in there. And what did we say? We're 20 something meters away from that, so 24 meters should, oh no, you saw what I did there. Such a habit of pressing escape, we've lost it. So leave game area, let's go ahead and actually check. It is 22 meters away, there we go. So leave game area, there we go, set it up, paste, 24, you lose, no kick for you. Okay, press OK on that, and then click refresh again to make sure it saves. And now, if we were to go ahead and say, I'm not racing, I'm going to be a real boy, and attempt to run more than 24 meters away from that Ecto Stage number 2 point. Aha, you lose, no cake for you, you cannot be a real boy after all. Hehe. And there you go, now you have it. I click my fingers because I am so uppity. Okay, so there you go, you got that. Let's also go ahead and click U and clear that. It should also be pointed out that something rather annoying is the fact that if we fly away, it's now triggered. Let's go ahead and set refresh. Instantly, it pops back up again. What is happening here? At the start, when the match started, I was over here. I did not leave the area because I was never in it. Unfortunately, it still thinks I did. So that message will stick with you for all eternity. Please note, even if you fly back inside, it still sticks with you. Very, very annoying that. Also, I'd like to point out that message you won will stick with you for all eternity as well. I don't believe these ever fade away. You have to press U and click refresh, and that only works if you have the editing mode for these worlds turned on. If you do not, no dice at all. You have to exit the world and reload it, or hit the F5 button and click yes, I want to click load, please save me from this living hell. Okay, dokie, I think that's about it. Please note you can also do the someone won, therefore you have lost. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. And of course you could theoretically do it someone won, so therefore, I think I'm spelling that wrong, but I don't care right now. You have won! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! So now, I have no idea. We have to click refresh to save, remember? And we hit this, and you have won. Okay, if we had somebody else here and they ran into it, it would say it. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and, once again, click U, refresh. That's about it for this update. As I mentioned, there was that lighting thing, but just to demonstrate really quickly, I'll build us a nice little house right here on the prairie. Give ourselves some walls. Put the walls up and all this good stuff. And there we go, and seal it off. Oh, I've lost. There's no cake for me. God dang it, you son of a donkey. You little tiny person. And let's go ahead and put in a door right here because, you know, Bloop is always needed because Bloop is the duperest. And there we go. Nice little door. Let's go ahead and walk inside here. I've hit caps lock so I can only walk. Now let's turn off our light. Dark room. Pretty dark. Oh, and our eyes are adjusting to the darkness. Now we only see no cake for you. Okay, well, what if we disabled that thing that I believe in the patch notes they called it the option to disable eye adaptations. In parentheses, graphics options. To kind of hint at where it should be. So let's go ahead and actually turn that off, shall we? Let's go here and graphics options. Yeah, I don't see anything that's called that. Yep, no dice, no dice. There's nothing in here that's called alt-tabbing again. Eye adaptation. No, nothing in here. Go eye adaptation, only tone mapping. Is that it? Tone mapping? I don't seem to remember that being here before. Let's disable tone mapping, shall we, and see if that makes a difference. No cake for you. So yeah, I'm not seeing much difference here, my friends. If maybe we go outside. See, what I am noticing is this. There's no glow on that, which is extremely depressing. So let's go ahead and options, graphics, turn tone mapping back on. Look at that. Now there's a glow to it. Now it actually is adjusted. Why are you adjusting now? Is that because tone mapping's off? So now, theoretically, if tone mapping prevents it from changing what it's set at while we are in the menu. No, we're at this. Get bright all of a sudden. Get bright all of a sudden for no reason. There we go. Okay. So if tone mapping disables it and keeps it at whatever setting it's at currently, we can go options, graphics, disable tone mapping, click OK, and it should stay at this lighting level forever, right? It will never get darker or lighter. Is that what's happening? No kick for you. Anyway, guys, that's it for this update. It is not the most fantastical update, and it has its truly, truly massive mountain of bugs currently, but you can see what they're going for it. In the future, I suspect we will have a win condition, a loss condition, and an assortment of conditions straight down the middle as things that can be triggered in the future. We'll probably have a pull down for reach GPS position, and then when you click this, instead of it saying message, it'll have run action, and it might pop up your K screen, have you select a ship or something, and then select an action to happen anywhere from in its list of items, so you can set up, theoretically, pistons firing just magically without actually using sensors or anything like that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I have recorded this I don't know how many times. I think it was at least 5 times, possibly 6. I have lost I am very, very unhappy right now. I'm very unhappy. Adobe Audition has betrayed me. I thought she loved me, but she didn't. She bit things she shouldn't bite, and I'm just at a loss for words now. Anyways, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you guys. Well, maybe next time. I don't know. I'm just looking to see if we were to go ahead and do a join world. Not join world. New world scenario. Blah 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 version 2. We don't have a description. We could publish it if we wanted to publish it. My Steam overlay won't work, so that was a mistake. I can't press escape. Oh, there, it actually did work. Wow, I think. I don't know. But yeah, you can see blah 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 version 2 has been published. We can now load it up, and we'll have our own little blah 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 race, won't we? We'll have our fantastical blah 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 race, and we can just test it out real quick. Because why not? Why not? Why not? Not even not. Now, I am very stressed out. Can you tell? I'm very sorry. This is a most unstable video. My computer crashed. Like, the screens just went black when I started recording this video for the first time. And then the second time I didn't like the take. And then the third time, my audio was lost. And then the fourth time, my audio was lost. And then the fifth time, I waited to see if it got past the 2.5 minute mark. And it did. So I restarted it and got to the 5 minute mark. And then my audio was lost, and so that's why there's a lot of background noise right now. Because I'm just recording with fraps. Hey, look, we're in! Oh my god, it even spawned us up here! Oh, wait, why didn't it do that scenario starting thing? Is it because I left the edit scenario stuff? I don't know! I am useless today! Oh, that's probably it, isn't it? It's because it's set to offline mode, and it needs to be set to, I guess, friends? Would that fix the issue then? In fact, let's go ahead. New world, scenario, and blah 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 version 2. Let's set it to private. In fact, let's set it to friends. And let's just go ahead and click OK. And let's see if it gives us a proper screen this time, shall we? It did. It did. That was it. Let's go ahead and just join. Let's go ahead and start. And it gave us, if we spawn at any of these, it's going to fail us, except for this one. So I should have deleted those. Yes, we made it. Okay, it's the ultimate race. It's the ultimate race. It's the ultimate. I've removed a section. Ah, victory! Victory! We have won. We are the best biscuit makers on all of the earth. We have done it. It is victory. Such a simple update, but it is so glitchy, and I am. Don't. It's done. I did it. I made the video. I crashed so many times, but I finished it. It is done. I've killed myself. Fuck.